Adrian, congratulations. I know there's been a lot of speculation about where you might end up, but I want to know whether there was a particular moment that you decided that, once sailing was on the back burner, you'd had all these offers. Was there a particular moment you decided Aston was the one?
It just gradually became clear. There was no sort of real moment. I think my first decision really was, what do I do? Because when I decided to kind of stop with Red Bull, then at that point in time, genuinely had no idea what I was going to do next. So Amanda, my wife, we sort of decided, let's just have a bit of a break, and I was kind of hoping that at some point in time I'd be standing in the shower and have a moment of inspiration of, yeah, let's go that direction. I'm afraid that actually didn't happen. It was a much slower process, but I decided that, or we decided that probably would, or actually I'd get bored doing nothing, and if I was going to stay in sort of man and machine sport, then stay in Formula One. So it was then which team, as you hinting, and I was lucky enough to be approached, unfortunately honoured enough to be approached by various teams, but in the end Lawrence's passion and enthusiasm, commitment, offer of partnership and shareholding, it just became very clear and very obvious.
From the partnership and shareholding perspective, I couldn't believe that you'd never been offered that before in your career to this point. When you're, I guess, looking at your career trajectory, was that really important for you to have that kind of aspect added into it so that maybe you can take the next step, I guess, in your career?
Well, there's that kind of phrase, skin in the game, and having a shareholding and a partnership makes you feel much more as if you have got skin in the game. So it's a slightly different angle. I think it's really the fact that if you go back sort of to 20 years ago, at that point, Formula One teams were mainly, it was the team owner, team principal, whatever description, was both the owner and very active. So Frank Williams, Ron Dennis, Eddie Jordan, etc., etc. Now Lawrence is really the only active team owner, and that is a different relationship compared to having a more distant corporate owner, and it means everything's very direct. You can make immediate decisions, something that we very much had at Red Bull with Dietrich Mateschitz, and it allows you to be very quick on your feet, and as I mentioned, I think Lawrence's commitment is very endearing and very obvious. Kind of, it just feels like he's more than happy to put all his chips on black and give it everything, and that's very admirable.
And just finally, you get to work with Fernando Alonso. I think I've read a few interviews where you said it'd be quite cool to get to work with him. Was that a big pull as well? Yeah,
I mean, I've made no secret of the fact that two drivers I would love to work with that never have done. It was Fernando and, of course, Lewis. I couldn't do both, so I had to make that decision. But the package that, not the financial package, but the package that Lawrence was offering in terms of, I say, all his commitment, his enthusiasm, his passion, the chance to be a partner, that became very persuasive.
Awesome, Adrian. Well, thank you very much for your time and good luck with the whole project.
Thank you.